welcome back to another video. We are continuing where we left off with the range DPS. So we're back here in Doma, ready to see what goes on now. When the Kame answer, Lord Hien extended absence from the Enclave does not sit well with Yugiri. Claire, we have yet to ascertain the whereabouts from the Blasphemy from Isari, but for our blessing we have received no reports of others that have turned. Lord Hien, for his part, has made a conservative effort to go about the villages and converse with his subjects directly. I suspect his constant presence has served to allay the people's fears. As one might expect, he has ever been dedicated and diligent, but I fear he's been away over long. I thought to go and visit what should have been his last destination, Isari. Might I ask you to accompany me? Thank you. I'm sure there is no cause for concern, but nevertheless, I should be glad to find him quickly. You know, there's long been debates on which girl Hien would choose, like between Yugiri and Serena. I personally feel like it's now leaning more towards Yugiri, especially since there does seem to be a bit of Sarena and Sadu, which I love the pairing. Like, the two of them are just complete opposite, but that's just what makes it work so well. So I do feel like there is a little bit more than just between master and servant between Hien and Yugiri. At least that's just me. I mean, knowing Yugiri, she probably won't say anything about it because she's so devoted to duty. And Hien just seems kind of dense when it comes to relationships, so it would be difficult to say if they ever, get together. I really hope they do, though, because I think they make a cute pair. Thank goodness we found him, but why has he remained here so long, I wonder? Well, why not ask him? Claire, Yugiri, my apologies if I gave you cause for concern. Assessing the state of affairs here in Isari has proven difficult. To put it simply, the people, one and all, refuse to speak with me. They simply bow their heads and turn away at my approach. Knowing the blasphemy originated here, I cannot help but wonder if that has aught to do with their silence. Perhaps you could attempt to engage with the people in my stead. Surely they have no cause to deny the two of you. I should hope not. Nevertheless, I will don a disguise, lest I draw undue attention. Come, Claire, let us see what we can discover. Thank you, both of you. That's odd. How come they don't want to say anything? Do the people here not wish for the monstrosity to be laid low and for peace to reign once more? Why have they elected to behave in this manner? I have a bad feeling about this. Okay, Oh, there we go. Kame-fearing villager. A blasphemy? You are mistaken, my friend. Our village was visited by not a monster, but a Kame, Izanami. The Lord Hien is cold and callous. She offers us boundless compassion and love. Excuse me? I don't know what this thing looks like, but Izanami? She was like the Kame of, like, the Netherworld. That's right. The blasphemy was born of a young woman here in Isari. Tragic, really. Every day she prayed for the safe return of her husband, but it was not to be. If I am to be honest, I fear the loss drove her poor stepmother mad. Kasile has ever been a devout believer in the Kame and their blessings, but she somehow convinced herself that Minato has become one. The delusions of a grieving parent, obviously, but an alarming number of people have come to share in her belief. Heresy is what it is. Ah, okay. I'm starting to figure this out. So her stepdaughter became a blasphemy, so now she's convinced herself that she didn't become a monster, rather she became a goddess. I guess I can understand that. I owed a great debt to Lord Hien. If not for him, I would still be fighting under the imperial standard. But the village suffered dearly under the occupation. What's more, our lord failed to punish the viceroy for her crimes, and failed to reunite many with their loved ones. I understand why some would think poorly of him, even if I do not. The situation here in Isari is complicated, to say the least. I love the outfit, though. She pulls that off really well. I see. Little wonder they would refuse to confide in me. Belief held by some that this blasphemy is a kame, however, is quite concerning. Izanami presides over life and death. She gave birth to the nation of Doma and ushers souls of the departed onto the land of the dead. Yeah, and that's actually a real-life reference. I trust that you understand what it would mean to defy them, a source of comfort in such dark times, even one such as this. The villagers also claim that this Kisi can speak with the dead. In fact, she'll be holding a gathering to demonstrate her powers ere long. A perfect opportunity to gauge the extent of their fanaticism. Not for me, of course. My presence would draw undue attention. I ask both of you to attend in my stead. Her followers will be gathering in the tavern. Come. Someone who can speak with the dead? This I gotta see. O spirits of Isari, I beseech you, lend me your voice, and let your presence be known. Cross the veil and be among us once more. Akitsu. Father? Still tending the nets, like I taught you? Yes, Father, every day. Thanks to you, we never want for fish. Our bellies are never empty. I am proud to be your son. I was always too embarrassed to tell you before, but... I am proud to have been your father. May you ever be blessed by the sea's bounty. Oh, it hurts! Father, what's wrong? He's in terrible pain, my child. Those who have cheated death's design yet live. It has disrupted the natural order, and the spirits suffer for it. What must we do to ease their pain? Fear not. Izanami shall put all to rights. She will claim the souls not long for this world and deliver them on to the hereafter. When her work is finished, your father's spirits and all the others will find peace. Can you find my father? Can you help me speak with him? Kisai? Kisai, can you commune with my husband? What about my family? Help me, Kisai, please. That was odd. She seemed convincing enough, but was that truly Akitsu's father that spoke through her? I doubt it. So, is Kasai's ability all that she claims? A young man spoke with his dearly departed father through her? I find that hard to believe. Even so, those in attendance appear quite convinced, my lord. And I suspect a great many of the villagers I've spoken with recently are as well. Everywhere I went, the people were in so much pain, and there was nothing I could do or say to give them solace. Yet for all their anguish, there has not been a single report of villagers turning since the incident with Tombo's brother. Which can only mean word of Kasai and her abilities to speak with the deceased has spread. The belief we can commune with our loved ones in death is a comfort far beyond my power to provide. Though I fail to see how the people would abide the kame that claiming innocent lives to restore order. She comes! Izanami! A blasphemy? Here? Lord Hien, the kame, she appeared as if from nowhere, and in the next instant this poor man was... So we were too late. Oh. So he was one of the people that we spoke to. I spoke with him before in Isari. You recognize him then? Curious that he and the Blasphemy's first victims were former conscripts. What could the fiend be after, I wonder? It does not become my lord to speak ill of the kame. I understand you have come to investigate the rumors of a monster born in our village. A blasphemy you call it, but you are sorely mistaken. My stepdaughter, Minato, was chosen to serve as a vessel for Izanami. I witnessed her ascension with my own eyes. Oh, the echo! Finally, some answers! Minato, please! I can't. I won't. There's no logic in it, no justice. The Witch of Doma spared, given a second chance, and my husband, condemned to die as a conscript. I'll never know what became of him. Lord Hien can't give me even that. And when I looked at the families he made whole, at their happiness, I feel the hole in my heart, the gaping wound that will never heal, begin to bleed. Only at my beloved's side will I find peace. You mustn't lose faith, Minato. All will be well. Trust in the Kame, in Izanami. I want to believe, but... Oh, it's one of those. Wow, at least we know what she looks like. Izanami has come to bring peace to the souls of the departed, to restore balance between their world and ours. Surely you would not dare defy the will of the Kame? This balance you speak of has claimed the lives of 2 innocents, but recently returned to us. I will not accept that a Kame would condone such cruelty. No crueler than the sight of Yotsuyu free and forgiven, while my husband and son fought Garlemald's wars, now dead and forgotten in a foreign land. With all due respect, Lord Hien, is it not your duty to protect Doma and her people? How are we to place our faith in the man who places the enemy's safety and well-being above that of his own subjects? Only the Kame are deserving of our adoration, as they have always been. Oh boy, this is heavy stuff. Are you alright? For a moment you seemed unwell. Oh, you guys don't know about the echo? The villagers are no doubt loath to ask it of me, but preparations must be made for burials and funeral rites. I can offer that much at least. You seem distracted during our conversation with Kesai. Is something the matter? The echo, and the blasphemy was indeed born of her stepdaughter. To bear witness to such horror, how her mind must have struggled to comprehend what she saw. And as a woman of faith, perhaps her only surviving family becoming one with the divine was the only reality with which she could come to terms. I believe I know now what must be done. I but pray her fervor does not drive her to oppose us. Come, let us return to the Enclave. Okay, I am confused here. Because they keep referring to her as her stepdaughter, but she's not her stepdaughter. I mean, if she was married to her son. So, she's her daughter-in-law, isn't she? Unless I missed something there. Like, did she adopt her when she was, like, young or something? And, like, she just grew up with her son, like, as brother and sister, and her husband was somebody else? I don't know, I'm confused. They didn't make that very clear. What do you suppose Lord Hien intends to do? From what you told me of your vision, the nature of Minato's despair, as well as the focus of her ire, is clear. It is plain she was a good-natured and kind-hearted woman grieving for the loss of her husband. This loss alone may not have been enough to turn her, but my failure to hold Yotsuyu to account, together with the sight of other families reunited, compounded the turmoil in her broken heart. A path to despair paved by my good intentions, a truth that will weigh heavy on my conscience until my dying day. Minato was prepared to die in sadness rather than live in hatred. If she could see the beast she has become, she would implore us to stop her. Which is why we must find the others who will return to us in the prisoner exchange before they come to harm. Once their safety is assured, we may hunt down the Blasphemy and bring a close to this tragedy. Okay, that's probably the best option right now, because if it's former conscripts who are being targeted, we have to try to protect them. Home no longer, so that's the next quest, but we'll leave that right now. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and hopefully we can find a way to solve this without anyone else getting killed.